Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you're watching me from. In this, thank you for joining me in this live lecture at Nkolo Mahadum Wisdom University. Today's date is Eke Market Day in the 9th month of the Igbo lunar calendar called Onwa Ana or Onwa Ane or Onwa Ala, depending on your dialect. And today's date in the Roman Catholic calendar is October 17th, 2024. Remember, at Nkolo Mahadum Wisdom University, we always encourage you to use your naturally given common sense, which we call Ako Nuche. Also, if European, American, Chinese, Russian, Indian, and other media houses present information to benefit them. They present information in their own way to benefit their society. In the same way, Nkolo Mahadum Wisdom University also packages lectures and present them from Biafran and African perspectives, how it affects us, me and you. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter and Facebook, like our program, comment, and share. Remember, Nkolo Mahadum Wisdom University is an university where you learn. And so, making sure you follow us and join our lectures and go back to our previous lectures, because all of them were meant for you. The title of today's lecture is Between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, whom shall we vote for? Between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump in this coming election, who shall we vote for? It's an important question because the election is coming up on November 4th and about 17 days to go. We Africans have to support a candidate whose policy will benefit us, we Africans, in our land, in Africa. And so, before we continue, I just have to give you a brief background of Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris was born on October 20, 1964, in Oakland, California. She became the 27th District Attorney of San Francisco from January 8, 2004 to January 3, 2011, and then became the 32nd Attorney General of California from January 3, 2011 to January 3, 2017. Became Senator from California from 2017 to 2021, and then became the 49th Vice President of the United States on January 20, 2021. Finally, became the Democratic candidate, presidential Democratic candidate for the Democratic Party on August 6, 2024. The background of Donald Trump, as we all know, is that he was born on June 14th, 1946 in New York City, in New York. He's known as a businessman, as a real estate businessman, before he started to run for office and then became the 45th president of the United States from January 20, 2017 to January 2021. Some of the campaign promises of Kamala Harris in this election includes tax breaks, assault weapon ban, border security, restoring abortion rights, just to mention a few. And some of the campaign promises for Donald Trump includes ending the Ukraine war, deportation of migrants, no tax on social security income, to mention a few. And before we continue, we have to beg you again to please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our program, comment, follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and share the program. Share it to everybody, because what we are presenting here is what you have to know. You have to help you to know whom to vote for, to know whom you should be supporting, because you cannot just be supporting somebody based on the information you are getting from the mainstream media. Most of the mainstream media are compromised. That's why you should depend on media outlets, outfits, like Kamala Wisdom University, to guide you on how to vote wisely as an African. Now, you have to make your decision based on reality. Don't be making decision from, somebody told you this, you hear it from CNN or this person or that person. No. Ask yourself, why are they after Donald Trump? And you know why Donald Trump lost the last election? He lost the last election from the calculations, from the mail-in ballots. It was the mail-in ballots that made him to lose that election. And that's why he was suspicious that those mail-in ballots were rigged. And Kamala is also suspicious of those mail-in ballots in that election. And so that was why everything that has transpired, because he knew that he shouldn't have lost that election if everything was counted well. So when they are saying election was not rigged, this was not done, they are just telling you that. But for Donald Trump to continue to maintain his move, continue to come back to be the president of the United States in this very election, plus everything he has gone through so far. Do you know who is against Donald Trump? The European countries, they are against Donald Trump because he's not in alliance with them. When he was president, he was not in alliance with them. He made them pay their contribution to NATO, because you know that in NATO, America is the one funding almost all the projects that they have in NATO. In NATO. But when Trump came in, he made sure that all these European countries are paying their money, and they didn't like it. And they called him into a secret meeting, and he told them that they have to be paying their own share. And also, Donald Trump does not want wars. He doesn't want wars. The Europeans, the Britain and others want him to continue to go to war. He said no. That was why they conspired against him and make sure that he was removed from office. He was removed from office. And then see all the travails he's been passing through since all that time. All the judges, the democratic appointed judges are after him, charging him for this and that and this. And since then, no serious conviction. He is still in the race. That will tell you that there is something fishing. If you look underground, you will find that there's something fishing. Why are they stopping this man? Why are they blackmailing him? With all their media, with all their court systems and prosecutors. Look beyond that. And also ask yourself, why are they promoting Kamala Harris? Because they are promoting her so that they can use her just like they used Obama and the current Biden. You know, Obama and Biden are in alliance with European countries. And you know, any alliance, any serious alliance between America and European countries is against you Africans. When Trump was there last time, he was not part of the alliance. And so that is partly why they are promoting Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris. And let me ask you, if you're an African, what has Biden done in all the killings going on in Congo, in Africa? All the killings going on in Biafra land, our own place, in Nigeria, by terrorists. Are they not silent? The same way Kamala Harris will be silent when she's voted into power. Remember, when Obama was there, can you name one thing Obama did for Africa? We cannot remember at Nkoloma what he did for Africa, except kill Muammar Gaddafi and other bad policies against Africans. And now Biden, can you name one thing Biden has done for Africa? Just name one. How are you going to expect something different from Kamala? The same thing. So you choose a candidate that is likely to do something that will benefit our land, our Africa. Not mainly, I know the policies, people that live in America will say they are doing this for you. That yes, any policy they follow here, you as an African, you must survive out of it. You must survive out of it. And so let us focus on the policies they are making for Africa, because if Africa is good, we will stop migrating to outside. Remember, migrating to outside is a journey that we don't know is endless. It's a journey without return. So it is better to vote and support Donald Trump, because number one, he is predictable. He is predictable. You can predict him. He tells you what is in his mind. That's why I like him. Unlike the other candidates, they can laugh with you in the camera, but when they go back behind the door, they can do something else. But Donald Trump will tell you what he's doing at any time point. So he's predictable, and that's why Africans should vote for him. Also, when he was president, he was the one that called Buhari to the White House and told him to stop the killing of Christians in Nigeria. Have any of the Democratic Party president done so? The answer is no. Also, Donald Trump is independent. He's an independent candidate. You can see his background. He's not endemic in the system, unlike Kamala. Kamala is in the political system. He rose up from being Attorney General, District Attorney General, to California Attorney General, to Senator, and to Vice President. So he's a politician, unlike Trump. And so our suggestion to our listeners is for you to think out of the box. Yes, you may say that the way Trump talks, you don't like it. Nobody is perfect. But in terms of policy, even when you live in America, you can tell when Trump was the president of America, he worked for America. He protected America. All of them works to protect America. But what we are saying at Incolum Hadam is which candidate will benefit Africa? Which candidate will stop the killings, the torture, the burning of houses, the humiliations, the Fulani killings and kidnappings in our land? Who will be in a better position? Who has the likelihood to intervene to what is going on in Africa? The war in Sudan, the killings in Somalia, the killings in Libya, and so many other places in Africa where there's wars and killings and nobody is asking any question. And the United States is, as the current empire of the world, has the power to influence changes in Africa. And so, Nkola Mahadum is advocating to Africans to please vote Donald Trump. Because if Donald Trump becomes the president of America come November 4th, he is most likely to assist Africa to overcome some of our cries, some of our needs, some of our predicaments, some of our sufferings, and to stop this migration. People migrating. We need Africa to be stable and to help us to dismantle these colonial boundaries. It's very, very, very important because we want to be keeping every lecture here short. What you have to take away from today's lecture is that between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, whom shall we vote for? Nkola Mahadum, Wisdom University, is advocating that we vote for Donald Trump because Kamala Harris is the product of the system, while Donald Trump is not. And going by their promises and what we have seen in recent years, none of the democratic presidents have done something for Africa. Obama didn't do anything for Africa. I don't see anything that Biden is currently doing for Africa and Biafra. And so, Donald Trump is an independent candidate. He's not in alliance with European countries like Britain or France or Germany. He makes them pay their dues. He was the only president that called Buhari to the White House and told him to stop the killing of Christians in Nigeria. He's independent. You cannot influence him. Unlike Kamala, who will be used just like they used Obama, just like they are using Biden now. Forget all the stories they are saying. Anywhere, anybody you see that the mainstream media are promoting, think twice before you join them in that promotion. Anytime you see the mainstream media promoting a particular candidate and rubbishing another, look twice. And that is why Nkola Mahadum is advising you to support and vote Donald Trump as the next president of the United States come November 4th, 2024. And with this, we shall bring today's lecture to an end. But before we end it, I have to advise you to please, all Africans should wake up so that we dismantle all the colonial boundaries in Africa, because it is these colonial boundaries that was put in place that has led to killings, fightings, hunger, migration, and all the problems that we are having in Africa. If we Africans cannot go to Europe and say, you are one country, you are one country, why should we allow the same to continue in our land? And with this, we shall be bringing today's lecture to an end. Thank you very much for joining us today, and have a good day. Bye-bye.